Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're back with Riley, Rebel and Ladonia. I almost said Riley.
Really?
I'm saying right. Are we ready
So,
for this?
we can take the brutal barber in 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah. 5 minutes, totally.
Well, let's go get him. The day needs saving.
After these throw Geishal Greens at Peeps messages.
Barber shop. Despite his title, the brutal barber is by no means a licensed practitioner of medicine, and any limbs entrusted to his care will most likely be lopped off regardless of whether or not they require medical treatment.
I have aggros.
Yes, you do.
Hello, Doodles.
Hey, Doodles. There we go. Feel better now?
Yes. No. No. Oh. And you said we couldn't do it in 5 minutes.
I didn't say we couldn't. I asked you if we could. I didn't know one way or another. There. Extra XP. And we have made the world safer.
We need to
Hey,
go
Doodles.
speak with a hungry hearer.
Oh, right. Yes, we're in the middle of that. And by now, yeah, he's probably a hungry hero.
Today was kind of nice. We got Rylea her Ask 70. And we did a couple more rounds on Crystal Mommy with everybody, which was nice to see. Hello, hungry hearer.
Thanks for coming. As you're doubtless aware, insects aren't too fond of smoke. I decided to create smoke bombs to scare them off with the gunpowder we use for quarrying. Use them to deal with the creatures. You'll find them west of the village.
And last night I was able to get some more animation done. I'm about a little over halfway done with the shadow line animation. So making progress.
And making friends.
Apparently.
I think they want Hassenpfeffer.
Nope, they're not getting it tonight.
Okay. Smoke bomb given to you to make the world a better place for famished men.
Go this way, and then work our way back.
Now, if you want to do it the boring way.
Efficiency. Something like that. Unfortunately, she did not drop a mount. We are disappointed.
No, not tonight. But I'm very happy because not only did I get Astrolution 70 and the achievements that go with that, but I got the 3rd level achievement for leveling all the available casty classes, i.e. healing and magic DPS to 70. I assume 1 would be to 50, 2 would be to 60, and yeah, 3 would be to 70. Finished, are you? Fantastic. Here's your reward for helping. I'll head off now to collect what plants I can.
You go feed your belly.
Do this.
And not on chocobos.
Work?
Chocobos are friends, not food.
Well, she took it better than I anticipated. Which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's all right.
Odisse! Where are you? Ah, here she is. See, my friends, we found her. You found her first, so.
Ah, there's our stray. Mayhap you two should take the lead in this.
Okay. Please, you okay?
She looks dejected.
Sorry about running off like that. Well, Amigans terrorizing their own? I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have put up with it. Day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Werkrat just to lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their plane. I barely remember this place, or even my father's face. But I remember Yida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran, and that look in her eyes when she talked about going home. Her home, but not mine, is it?
There you are, Lise. I've been looking all over for you.
Well, you found me. Got something else to say?
That I do. I said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. It was my place to do so. I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village. When one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. Didn't even think to go after Werkrata. But you did. Made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will. If you'll have me.
You're asking to join the resistance?
You put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us. We're not hardened warriors like you lot, but if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Ralhgar's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home?
No, I was just thinking out loud.
And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach.
So, think they have any good mead at the Reach?
I'm not sure if they have good anything at the Reach. Sufficient is kind of the first order of business. Hey, Orca!
Hello, Orca!
Join this quest already in progress.
Quack, quack.
Orders of Hassenpfeffer. 3.
I don't think Eorzea likes this dust storm.
I don't blame her. The only good thing about it is there's no feather fleas.
This is true. Oh, we are not playing with him.
You think?
Fortunately, he'll kind of ignore us.
Oh, he is a peaceful, yeah. He's chill.
Thankfully, he's chill.
If I go here, chill. Peaceful encampment.
Yeah, that's a mighty statue of Ralhgar there.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers! They're
In his hands.
the raid series after Endwalker actually has the entire raid fighting on the statue's hand. It's hilarious.
Yes. Yes. I think that one might actually be bigger than this.
Oh, it is. It is. If you don't mind, I was thinking of staying here and assisting Mitfred with the trading for the new recruits. Okay, that's the same as before. Here, Lightswing!
Yes, hey, live.
You're just in time for the fun.
If I can get into range. Fair. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. And it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you.
No, thank you for giving me the opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling, too. I heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say that they're the same as any other Imperial soldier, and maybe that's how I have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but...
When, not if. That day will come, Miss. Can't can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Garlean, Alamegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons. They're no better than yours, especially when they're beating down on you, blade in hand. Bearing down on you. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one of these. Your father certainly was. Right then, I'd best begin preparing for these new recruits. Donia, Rena, Lise, it's been a pleasure.
Good seeing you again, my man.
Well, I guess there's only one that worked for me.
Ooh.
Wow, this is
I
their level then.
I think it's gonna be the breach rod.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Give me a moment.
That's a 270. Nope. Fail.
Mine's an upgrade.
My white mage rod is already a 270.
Whoopsies! So what class should I do this in? I've got everyone at 61. Nice. Technically,
very good. Yeah. So, what do you want us?
I could do it as monk.
What do you want to start on the road to 62?
White mage is almost at 62. Just needs to flick right over.
Wow. Yeah, we'll be on the 60 quest for a little bit longer.
Let's go ahead.
Note.
I'm thinking of Paladin.
Oh,
That way.
never mind.
Or do you want to do White Mage? Or I'm just thinking
Either way.
who we can get to 62 to run the dungeon.
Well, 61 is the dungeon.
You're right, it is. So technically, I can do
62
anything.
in there, but it'll be a 61. So yeah, we are all set for the first dungeon.
Woohoo!
I was starting to look over the equipment they're threatening to hand us next, and then realizing it's earrings. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, earrings mean nothing. Nothing. All right.
Okay. Where men go as one. TMI? Conrad wishes to thank you for all you have done in such a short time. Owing to the efforts of you all, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence.
Oh ho ho! Look who we have here. It's Arnveld and crew. His new crew. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful?
Indeed. There were several among the Science ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I am come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may. My name is Arnvald Lentinus, a half-breed, as you doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamigo. For an Alamigo where women like my mother never made us suffer. I pray you can't grant me this honor. You're a true-born son of Garabania, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks, and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the science of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Aldin that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Velodina.
In the meantime, we will make what preparations we can. Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo. I beat you to it. Nah.
I'm the narrator. Let me narrate.
Oh dear. It's the Legatus. The new viceroy.
He's a refugee from FF12. I feel a need to put their banner everywhere.
Well, ain't he a baby face?
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
That's what we did, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Near total. Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
My lord,
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why? When confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my house. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Veilstar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
I've got a
Well, that
bad...
was often a different anime. I'm sure none of that will mean anything to us.
I don't know about you, but my ears are tingling.
Nah,
Who do we start with?
it's just your hairspray.
Conrad?
Effort and go around. Or what?
Conrad?
Or Conrad? Yeah, Conrad. Around that way. I feared it would take longer to rouse the people to action than after the disaster at the wall. But it seems our countrymen are not so easily discouraged. Change is on the horizon, my friends. We won't have much time to train the new recruits, but we'll make the most of it. The Resistance will need every able-bodied man and woman in the field if we're gonna take Veladina.
I guess Alfie?
Yeah. Arnvald is not much older than I am. We would often chat about this and that whenever I paid a visit to the Waking Sands. I knew he had strong feelings about Alamigo and the occupation, but mayhap I underestimated his passion.
Monadigo did well to spread word of our victory in the East End. Hardly a day goes by without some would-be recruit arriving, inspired by the tale. That's good. And Miss Jamolva, who we've never met before. Long ago did I resolve never again to take up the sword or spear, at first for sport, and then entirely. But a chance encounter with young Arnvald served to remind me that not all battles are empty as those fought upon the blood sands. Oh, she's an ex-gladiator.
Yeah.
Arnveld?
For a long time, I struggled to make sense of that day at the Waking Sands. My eyes survived when Abba and Auli didn't. Not anymore.
Yeah, he was a survivor of the Garlean raid.
Yep. Tia. Alphano asked for volunteers, so here I am. First Ishgard, now Alamigo, eh? No rest for the righteous.
You go, boy! Please.
Please.
It's all happening so fast.
Last
Isn't
but
it
not least.
exciting? It's so exciting. It's so exciting. Right then, I've got duties to attend to.
Yeah, we could assist you with said duties. We are here to help, after all. The three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations.
We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. I'm taking the Savagine.
Yep.
By
You're about
the
to
way,
get more side quests.
I don't remember Arnvold having an introduction here before. Do you?
We actually do, kind of. I remember the three new people coming in. I didn't remember Arnvold very well at the time, but I remember the other two, and that he'd be with them. Just barely.
Bevis!
Future rust, future dust. Bevis says he has seen you somewhere before. Were you watching last week's stream? I beg your pardon? The woman who bested Gaze Van Baelsar wishes to offer me their assistance? Say, this is highly irregular. I've heard it said you had a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case... Before the occupation, I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for aught else, I think it important that these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable. I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters, ask them their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and Brenna, Madonia, thank you for your service, now and ever after.
Nope, these are actually all considered main story quests. Look at this, there's not a side quest in the lot.
Yeah, they kind of imply you're about to get side quests, and then they basically
We should
split
do
you
the
up
back
into
one
like three different
first.
parallel main quests. Oh, yes.
Because it is way back there.
Okay. And of course, being main story quests, they're also giving us the full 100,000 XP instead of the 25,000. Well,
Nice.
isn't this hidden away? It just keeps going.
And going, and going, and going.
This is an awful lot for a place you go to, like, spoiler, twice. Why'd I join the Resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes, back in Alamego. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a foam of steel in the gut for his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and this is the spoiler side. The path ahead leads to the Temple of the Fist, and it is my duty to ensure that only those of sound body and mind are permitted to pass. That, by the way, is not me. But it might be you at some point.
Maybe? Do I get to punch things?
It's the Temple of the Fist, you'd better. Either that or they're gonna keep punching you.
Yeah, the Temple of the Fist is effectively a holy place for the monks and monk class. I remember when Rai hit max level in monk, I jokingly grabbed her and we two-man monked our way through the Temple of the Fist just for reasons. It was hilarious.
Yes. Yes, it was.
That was a heck of a fun run.
Yeah, it was. It'd be nice if they could do a few more little things like that.
Alicia? I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. Took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know? And there's always a need for cooks. Or at least people who can work with whatever their foraging parties turn up. Hold on. Do we want to pick hers up or wait for
Yes,
finish this
yes,
one?
we do. We're here. It's all parallel. We've juggled more. A dash of green. Alyssa considers the cookpot with a frown.
You want to help, do you? Thing is how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended. Could you go ask Tebe for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, as long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back.
6 sprigs of anti-bland.
That's a good way of thinking of it, yes. Hello, Anata, Battle Maiden.
Ye wayward brothers, the Anata battlemaid is not one to be trifled with.
You look like a strider in search of comrade in need. If so, I have a task for you. I'm a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Yet nary a one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location? I do not know. The number 5 in
Maybe
all.
they're scared of snakes.
That is a possibility. The number 5 in all. And these would be warriors. Send them to me, and should you chance to find them. With time, I can turn even the most hapless milksops into whirlwinds of death. But I cannot do this if said farm boys do not come. Yeah, she's a trainer.
Don't we actually see her drilling people later?
I think so.
I had not connected that before.
Orella? Why? Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps. Or to make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were working to death while building the castrum. What did it matter to the Garlands, eh? More where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep doing nothing. And one of our trainees is back in here.
Yeah, another long hidden niche. Well, not that long. Not compared to the other tunnel.
Devout recruit.
I know. I'm late. But I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy.
Oof.
Yeah.
Hey, Hugh Hawk.
Aren't you the Icon Slayers? And if I know why you'd bother asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance. But it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not, and if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land like as not, but that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a Vista way up there.
Yes. Yes, there is.
Do you remember how Theron got Rylea
No.
to get that?
No.
He car jumped it
God,
with
right.
with Rylea
That
in
was
the
so
passenger seat.
Going, this thing's bigger than the things you're leaping on top of.
But it was freaking hilarious.
Yes, yes it was.
Note, the Midsummer Tower. They used to be able to do that too, and they decided to put a quash to it. You can no longer use mounts on it.
Yeah.
Which made people sad. Oh, there's another Vista
Sad
over there.
birds. Yeah.
That
we
one's a
wanna
kind
see
of
if we can drop down to it.
That was actually kind of
Okay.
a bugger to get to.
It looks it.
Because
I
it's
understand
just at
how
the
you
wrong
get to it, but
angle to
actually
just
doing it.
slide right off.
Yeah. Huh? Training? I was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Thank you. He was too busy training to go to his training.
Apparently.
Let's take at least a quick crack at it.
If I remember right, you have to do it from way up here.
Yes.
Trying to remember.
Kind of remember. Can you do it from this one?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think you can get the angle you need. You have to do it from the other. And you're not easily going to switch over to the other, though. Maybe go to the low point? I'm not seeing a good way of getting on top of that.
Yeah, it was something really stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I just cannot get that kind of distance.
I think it was actually from here. Yes!
Oh! Great, I missed it. Where'd you jump from?
Give me a second. Let's see if I can recreate it. I had to use the sprint ability.
Oh my. I don't recall that. Okay, so this step was
I did
correct.
it from right here, wall in sprint. And I really cranked on the forward
Okay.
key.
Yeah, yeah. Meow.
Yeah, it was a sprint and jump.
Yeah, and the jump didn't want to jump. And now I have a 35-second wait.
Yeah, basically, use sprint, start running, then jump. Don't try and hit two keys at once.
Yeah. Ow.
No!
Hand up, please. No.
Sorry!
Yeah. Yeah, those things are always tougher on me than...
Now, I will say, even if you miss the ledge and get, like, the lower ledge, stay there. I think it's just close enough.
Right. I just was not getting the distance.
Yeah, keep your finger cranking on the forward key when you jump.
I did.
There you go! You got it!
There we go. Number 46, the Destroyer. Over the course of centuries, disciples of the Fist of Ralhgar worked away at the rocky cliff, carving it back to create this colossal image of the Destroyer. By virtue of its size, it is said to have stood defiant through the Mad King's savage attack on the temple, and stands defiant to this day. Okay, well, back to story.
Oh, there he is.
Ah!
Hiding behind a rock. Hello, Mr. Brooding.
Mr. Recruit, can we call you Brooding? 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or a republic that I neglected to attend my training. How silly, I know. Till we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot.
No, but it is one you should be thinking about now. Because if you don't have something in place when it is go time, the worst can happen. Over here.
Back at the campfire.
Hello, Ernest.
Yeah, Alyssa, we'll be back soon. Teacher calls for me. I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor, you see, and... yes, of course. There's no time. If you would excuse me.
So they all lost track of time, but none of them were, like, off doing stupid things.
Mostly.
To bed?
Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand? Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot, even in the Reach. Gee, thanks, you're all heart.
Hey, Bevis.
Well met. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters, as I asked? Well-worn log. Page after page of the log is filled with flowing script. Doubtless Bibbs has had much practice honing his handwriting. As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bear their hurts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friends. Never. Yay, XP!
And there's someone around here who should be our missing recruit.
This might actually be herbs now. Maybe. No, this will be the recruit.
Ah, there he is. Oh no.
Oh dear. Oh bugger, you were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard 1 in 4 recruits doesn't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Bugger. Oh bugger.
He'll be fine.
Afraid of snakes.
Yeah, he's just afraid of snakes.
Ah, here we go.
Fragrant herbs.
Hopefully non-poisonous.
I would like to think so, yes. Poison cooked food in this camp would be bad.
Yeah. Up.
There it is, right behind Ironheart.
Mhm. These herbs seem to like trees.
Remember, herbs are the name of weeds we like.
Yes.
Nom 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 nom.
If there's any cures of happiness around here.
Ah, recruits are present and accounted for. Thanks to you, Striders. Not all appreciate the vigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials will be so kind. 'Tis a thankless job to teach, some say, but I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare you well. She has a point.
Oh yes.
You go too soft, they're not hard enough, and push comes to shove, they fold. That's no good.
Hi, Hugok.
Hi again,
Shall we
Hugok.
swim across?
Nah. I'm surprised you even offered that, considering that there's a small
What do you mean?
Makode
What do you think I am, a cat?
I was about to say, don't you have a Makode in the back of your mind? Speaking of swimming.
Yes. Ah. I'm an elegant bun, thank you. Over here.
you two are. Got the herbs I asked for? Here you go.
Reach greens. Precisely what type of herb this is remains unclear, but the important thing is that it is green and fragrant.
Thanks, that'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose upon you, miss. Though thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until after you were, But to answer the question...
Unoccupied?
That's probably on your mind. Yes. It's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Though it comes at a cost, too. Many villages, too many children, more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake, as we must. And we never lose sight of that dream.
Let's see. Nope. The next one will be just shy.
Hello, swarthy resistance fighter.
Token of faith. The swarthy resistance fighter is at wit's end. I thought he was at Ralhgar's reach. Did we get lost?
No, not yet. Working
Damn
on
it
it.
all. Where could it have got to?
Something you missing?
Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a word of the destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it. I've been him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain, and I've not left the reach since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. If you've a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, and I could just as easily buy another, but even so, please help me find it. There are many like it, but this one is yours.
You will love it and squeeze it and
Any
call
knack
it
to the
George?
rescue? I don't think it's that squeezable.
Wait, what's this sparkly
Here we
thing?
go. It's sparkly, that's what it is.
Woo! I bet you this is
Okay.
what he was looking for. I can see why he wants to keep it. It's so sparkly. Making good use of that new jog buff.
Yes. I swear I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. Word of the Destroyer, a paper word inscribed with a prayer to the patron deity of Alamigo, Ralhgar. 7 hells, that's the one! My lucky ward! You're a godsend, sisters. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground, the mad bastard. And after him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. I still keep to the old ways, as do many others. When my son is born, I'll teach him the stories and the scriptures my mother taught me.
You do good, sir.
My XP bar!
Okay, LP, what's up?
Crossing the Veludina. More earrings. earrings. More useless earrings.
Fortunately, there's
Alphino
also
has been making
materia.
himself useful to the Resistance. Yes. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Rena, Ladonia, I hear you've been keeping busy.
Here and there. Aye, that they have, and we're thankful for them for it.
It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Minago, I would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castrum Veladina to General Alden personally.
Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castrum Oriens before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together?
That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart.
Very well. I will await you at the pass, but not too long.
I expect Kryl and Y'shtola will wish to remain here to support the insurgents, but nevertheless, we should go and ask them.
Good idea. Thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. Well, this is the Temple of Ralhgar, so that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Oh, is that right? Yeah. Congratulations. We're officially in level 61 territory.
Ooh. Kryl?
Hi, Kryl.
Been to the peaks and back, have you? Glad to see you two are in good health.
And Y'shtola?
Is Artemis?
Just the opposite.
I see. That would explain the sudden fury of activity outside.
This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support. As was the case with Ishgard, however, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every scion must decide what part he or she would play.
I'll fight. For El Amigo, for my father, for Yida. I'm in it to the end. My choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Baelsar, Van Darnus were but the first to try.
Though your fervor is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am, of course, of the same mind. The present situation is untenable, and further complicated by the existence of Ilbert's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene.
I thought this was a foregone conclusion given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the selfsame cause I have strived for since I first pledged my service to Master Louisoix and the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea, by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion, There are many here who require further treatments, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Minfilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Y'shtola for now and tend to the wounded.
As for you, Rena and Ladonia, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Idmont, the woman who slew Gaius von Veilstar and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look to you as heroes and heap great expectations upon your shoulders. But you, like every scion, must decide for yourself.
If I can punch things, I'm all in.
I suppose that'd be number 3.
Yeah, pretty much. Because she's a punching girl.
As long as there's a battle to be fought, I'll be there. Ha! Ever the adventurers. You live for these moments, do you not?
Take care, Y'shtola, Cryle, and don't not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Monago will leave without us.
Might I persuade you to join us, Rena, Ladonia? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Oriens would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I'm sure I can convince Monago to wait a little longer.
I don't know, are there side quests that need doing?
Doesn't look it.
I'm not seeing any. We'll have our work cut out for us after the operation, I fear, but we'll do what we can. That's all any of us can do, is it not? Ah, yes. Asking everyone's opinion before making a critical decision. Truly, this is a far better arrangement than having centralized leadership.
And may I say about our chat? Oh, ow.
It was only a matter of time. You know these guys.
Apparently it was.
Hey, Monago. Best to make sure you've got everything you need. You might not be coming back for a while. Grandfather stood with the army that faced the Garleans at Cartano. This is dangerously close to becoming a family tradition.
So you will be accompanying us? Full glad am I to hear it.
All set? Excellent. Let's us be off.
Right, Eorzea.
Quay! I know you want to fly, but you
Yes.
can't yet. And are we going all the... Yep, we're going all the way back.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Nope, not gonna play with you.
And he's coming all the way with us.
Nope, we're gonna ditch him. Gonna ditch him
I'll back
too. He might be trouble. Nope, nope, nope.
A
No
little
giant
ungainly,
chickens. We're getting everybody. It's a train.
It sure is. Except for Jerusalem. Thank goodness.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, not worth my time. Which we're probably not. So, how many
And
lushies
time to
can I
head back
grab?
into more familiar troubles. Yes. You're such a lush.
It's funny when Theron first came in here, it's like, Gazelle Hawk? It's not like there's any gazelles around here. Gets into the other half of the zone. Oh, there's the gazelles.
Ah.
I finally got a Lashy.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And there's number 2. Ow!
Wow.
He hit me.
Yes, yes, he did. He was mad.
Bye-bye, Lashy. Go play with the guards. Hey, Pippin.
I hear that Ralhgar's Reach is overrun with new recruits. Did I not tell you that we needed only to inspire the people to rise up once more? Welcome back, comrades. What news?
Greetings, General. I come here at Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruits' efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half-dozen new units, more being trained as we speak.
Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron's hot.
Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to Castrum Veladina.
Capture Velodina? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are to ever push east towards the capital. There's no profit in delay. It's only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Veladina watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's.
If there's no objection, General, might the Scions join Master Tarpon?
By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. There he is. Between the Juggalos and me. The Castellum is less a military installation and more a supply depot. A storage and distribution facility for the surrounding area. That being the case, taking it will not only earn us a strategic foothold, but deprive our enemy of valuable resources.
Officer?
Next. Which one?
Serpent.
Far away. 2 films later. This will be our largest engagement yet. Our conjurers will do their utmost to provide support, but we must be prepared to suffer significant casualties.
Ralhgar?
Taking Velodina will be the first significant step towards wresting Alamigo from the Empire's grasp. But make no mistake, there will be many more such steps, each one taken at a cost. An accurate assessment of their strengths and weaknesses will be key to our success. Measure twice, cut once, as the Gerdanian carpenters are so fond of saying.
Get that right? Too far away!
Yeah. For an operation of this import, we cannot afford to hold too many in reserve. Surely the Maelstrom must take part in this assault. And get the chocobos off the twins.
Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about the reconnaissance mission and see how he would like to proceed. Okay, Pippin, what you got? Ooh, Grab?
I don't know what he's got, but I've got a level.
Yes, you
I've
do.
also got Sonic Thrust.
Ooh, you no longer have a one-button rotation for AoE melee.
Is that what that's part of? Okay, so what next? Because that's White Mage and Dragoon at 62.
I am so lagging.
Maybe some White Mage. Too far away. This darn table causes all sorts of problems.
I know, it's too
Come
big
on.
for its own britches.
In Crimson, it began. Pippin is looking forward to the assault on Castellum Velodina. Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Velodina. Waiting for
And someone's
set
practicing
piece
their
to kick in.
rotation.
It's not me, I swear. Is it
Oh,
the
no!
Leshy? Is he practicing his rotation?
Yes, he is!
Yeah, he sure is.
But yeah, I've gotten a lot of XP. Ow!
Yeah. Just think of what they're getting.
Ignoring you.
That's a big bear.
That's a very
That's
big
a
bear.
really big bear.
He barely fit into my frame.
Ow.
Oh boy, we do not want to play with him.
Wow. They're just all over the place tonight.
Yeah, the problem is he's...
Yes.
Okay, we
Yes,
just
please don't
barely
get us
did
killed
that.
by orcas.
be a problem here. I get to punch things.
I see a duty coming up.
Yes. You said duty.
Hush. I'm a little worried that this might be the start of something wrong, which we're kind of out of time for. You'd know better than me.
Alpha no?
Even should they be unaware of our plans, I would be surprised if their western defenses were not heavily fortified, given the presence of allied forces at the wall.
That appears out of the ordinary at a glance. Pippin, are we ready for this?
This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready, in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse.
I'm ready to punch things.
Yeah. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. These warnings usually mean like half an hour, and we're like 8 to 12.
I was hoping we'd get here a lot faster than we did.
I know, but I think that's gonna go a little too long for a Sunday. I wanted to do it tonight too.
So,
The good news is we will be able to get started bright and early next week on this.
So where do we want to crash for the evening?
The nearest place with thrust state, whatever that may be. Probably Orient.
We can do Orient, or with the time we have allotted, we can go back to that one sweet shop and raid their pantries.
We could. You did pay for the last time, right?
As much as my coupon book will allow.
Okay, as long as you paid.
Ow!
Yeah.
They don't like me very much, do they?
No, they like you lots. They think you're delicious. I never knew trees liked Hassan pepper.
I don't want to be delicious. I want to punch things.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're delicious. We're not in dungeon. Really, guys? How to pull half a zone. At least it's nothing like pulling half of the number gone.
I'm suddenly reminded of the one Spider-Man comic thing. But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
Yes! Yes!
No. Just
Really?
no.
Again?
Always!
There we go. Back to proper music. Gee, funny. Nothing aggroes us here.
Well, yeah. We all beat them to tarnation now that they're scared of us. Probably for the best.
we could get them to tell their cousins on the other side of the wall to stop it.
Oh, I wish. Man, the new graphics update did the shroud so good.
Yeah, it sure did.
This now feels like a forest. Before it kind of didn't.
Yeah, it had some of the look, but it just didn't do anything more because a large part of the graphics update, especially around here, is just all these grasses.
The grasses, and they touched up the canopy leaves and the draw distance.
Yeah.
And you also now have atmospheric light coming down through the leaves. So you occasionally get sun rays scattering through, and that really adds to it.
Not sure I've noticed that yet.
I have. But then again, I also have my graphics set to max. Because it's pretty. We want to go to Ward 10.
Yep. Nice round number. There you are. Hi, Eorzea. You know the way?
Quick way!
I hope you don't get lost around here. Oh, you know the way? Very well. Gee,
Quick way!
wonder why.
Quick! Quick, 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 quick! She says the Roland berries are good here.
Roland berry fields forever.
Yes.
Actually, I need to sell a couple of grays to the junkmonger.
I don't know if you can use these.
The junkmonger and such? Yes. At
You-
least enough to sell off the grays.
I can't!
What?
Because I can't tag myself to give estate permissions.
Really?
Yes! I have no estate permissions here!
How does
So-
that even work?
So alts can't have a house! Or can't use a house that you've built.
That's so wrong.
It is wrong!
I do need to visit the Grand Company at some point to turn in a bunch of
Yeah.
outmoded blues.
We've all got outmoded stuff. But this ramen looks really good. With that said, it is time to call it a night. Sorry we couldn't quite get to where we wanted to story-wise, but oh man, are we gonna start with a
sorry.
bang next week.
Yes, we are.
Because they weren't kidding about those
This-
sequent cutscenes.
Yeah, and this is like one of the most important things coming up, so please don't miss it.
Yes, you do not want to miss it. With that said, I'm going to shuffle you over to Cairnwin, since it sounds like he's going to be doing Khajiit things. We will be back.
This is food and drink, actually. It might be midnight cookies.
That would be good. With that said, we will be back tomorrow night to poke around on Favorite and Ralhgar. Until then, why did you not start the raid? There we go.
I don't know. It says it's rating. So, yeah, everyone, have a great night. We do hope to see you here again tomorrow night at 9:30 Pacific Daylight.
Yes. Until then, be safe, be
Is it
well,
daylight if it's night?
get a good night's sleep, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.